The limbic system. The limbic system most of the time is so short note and it is for 5 marks. There is nothing much to write in the limbic system, but it is one of the most important systems in the brain. Now we are human beings, isn't it? What are our needs as human beings? We need a house to live in, isn't it? We need shelter, we need clothes to cover ourselves, we need food to live, isn't it? We need good sleep, isn't it? And we get married, we get children. What is this? This is we are reproducing and we are increasing. आपण आपलं वंश वाढवतो ना, तर त्याला, isn't it? So this is called as limbic system. So the main objective of the limbic system is food and sex. Got it? The main objective of the limbic system is food and sex. Food for survival, isn't it? If we eat, we will survive. Food for survival and sex for the survival of the species. Abhi, we are there. We need our generation to increase. So therefore we need to increase our species, isn't it? So for that, sex is important. And this is the main function of the limbic system. So therefore, the brain controls and regulates the behavior of human beings. Got it? The brain controls and regulates the behavior of the human beings. And we human beings, what do? We procure food. We have housing. We have rearing of young children, isn't it? Then we fight. We are aggressive, isn't it? We have emotions. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are sad. So all this is part of limbic system. And what are the parts that are included in the limbic system are the olfactory nerve, the olfactory tract, and the stria. Got it? Olfactory nerve, olfactory tract, the striae, the various striae that are present in the brain, the anterior perforated substance, the uncus, the parahippocampal gyrus. The parahippocampal gyrus is the anterior part and the posterior part. Okay? So to repeat again, the parts of the limbic system are the olfactory nerve, the olfactory tract, the various striae that are present in the brain, the anterior perforated substance, the uncus, and the parahippocampal gyrus. The parahippocampal gyrus. The limbic system, the most important structures, what do? They process and monitor the emotional aspect. Got it? The limbic system structures, they process and monitor the emotional aspect. Okay? So what happens? Any lesion of the limbic system, got it? It will cause disturbance to the motivation, it will cause disturbance to the memory, it will cause disturbance to the emotion. Got it? Like it happens in schizophrenia. Got it? Like it happens in schizophrenia. Isn't it? Even if you motivate, the person is not. The very recent example is Sushant Singh, isn't it? Who committed the suicide. Okay? So his limbic system was disturbed, and because of these disturbances he committed suicide, because his motivation was not there, his memory had gone to the dustbins, and his emotions, got it, his emotions, he has just forgot everything, he was just thinking of himself. Okay, so the most important function of the limbic system is to control the food habits. Got it? The food habits for our survival. The moment we feel hungry, we demand for food, isn't it? Then control of sex for survival of species, control of emotions, behavior. Got it? And how is the behavior expressed? Sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are fearful, sometimes we are frightened, isn't it? So we, most of us, we love to have friendship, isn't it? Then we have likings, we have dislikings, isn't it? All these things, all these are the functions of the limbic system. So there is nothing much to write. You have to write down the main objective of the limbic system. It is adapted to control and regulate the behavior of the human beings. Got it? And the most important thing is procuring of food, township. Got it? Mating, housing, rearing of young, rage, rage, that is gussa, revenge, aggression, emotions, and the parts that are included in the limbic system are the olfactory nerve, the olfactory tract, the striae, the anterior perforated substance, the uncus, the parahippocampal gyrus. Got it? And any lesion to this limbic system will cause disturbance in motivation, in memory, and in emotions, like we see in the case of schizophrenia. And the most important function of the limbic system is the control food habits, control the sex for survival of species, and control our behavior expressed in the form of joy, anger, sorrow, fear, fright, friendship, liking, disliking. Okay, this is all you have to write in for the limbic system. Most of the time, agar if you get a circular examiner like me, can ask you the question for 5 marks, and you have to write very little into it. So have a read, recollect your material, because in practice point of view this is important. Thank you.